brief questions from members of the press. If we can have the first question, Leila.
Your Excellencies, Hamjambo. My name is Leila Mohammed from NTV Kenya. You've spoken about signing of bilateral agreements in the areas of education, health, and the female and women agenda. Kindly clarify to the people of both nations a deeper understanding of what these agreements entail. For example, in education, we know that Kenya is undergoing a new CBC system. How does Rwanda engage with Kenya on such grounds? Thank you.
It is to both of us. Excellency, may start.
The details of the relationship between our two countries, and especially in the context of the signing of the agreements, all the way from agreements on cooperatives and how we can share experience on how to consolidate the cooperative movement, how we will benefit from the experience in Rwanda and the shared experience in Kenya, how to build platforms using ICT, for example, on the evolution of credit management, like in the case of the Hustler Fund, which you are aware about, and how we can bring ICT into the middle of organizing our cooperative movement and also leveraging technology to access financing in the whole of that ecosystem. On matters education, we share a background, both as Kenya and Rwanda, and our reform of the education system that is underway in Kenya, that is now being spearheaded by the presidential party which I appointed, will share a lot of experience on many issues, including transition from primary school, junior secondary school into university, and especially the big challenge of financing university education that has serious challenges. We are going to share experience on how we can make education much more relevant. Hospitals, the largest referral hospital in Rwanda and the largest referral hospital in Kenya. Again, for us to share experience in that space and also to share facilities where necessary. You may want to know, for example, that Kenya benefited from support from Rwanda when I called His Excellency, and he was gracious enough to give us their ICT platform for VAT management. And as a result of that platform that Rwanda shared with Kenya, we have seen improvement in our VAT collection. It's in that context that we are signing some of these MOUs so that it becomes much more easy for us to share experience, share resources, and even share technology for the better management of our economies and our countries.
Well, I just add to what the President has just well elaborated in terms of the MOUs under the JPC It was just a framework. I think many of the things really speak for themselves. It's a framework that will help us identify which key areas of interest to both countries where we can cooperate and add value and continue. What the sectors mentioned are not the only ones. There are more that have been ongoing or more that will come where that cooperation is going to be very helpful. And it is about learning from each other, from learning from different experiences. And in fact, Mr. President, and I'm sure it is of interest to the audience, the many thousands of Kenyans who live here, we are happy that they are here. Many things they are doing for themselves. But in the end, what they are doing for themselves is also beneficial to the country, to the people of Rwanda. And in fact, for example, some of them are teachers, so where we have shortage of capacity. Some will be doctors, others work in the hospitality sector. So they have even helped fill the gaps that exist in our own systems. Because of where we have come from, we didn't have. In fact, and by the way, they have been here for a long time. They've been here significantly. Here, they started being here maybe in the year 2000, but even slightly before that. And at that time, we had no capacity in this country in all sorts of ways, in any sector here. So the Kenyans mainly and other East Africans came here to do what they know how to. In that sense, they benefited, we benefited. And this is really what is being elaborated in these MOUs and the cooperation and the relationship we have between Rwanda and Kenya. So this is just a smaller part, in actual fact, of the big thing we have to do.
Thank you. Let's have a second question from Sophie.